Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Today we got some more clone evolution. No, what do we got going today? I think I was going to make that the new Hanzo fragment. But to be honest, today I really didn't play the game much at all. So I didn't get the red heroes ready. Didn't get anything ready, so we'll see what we can get done today. Now, hope everyone who's trying out the Sober October's doing okay so far. What day is it? Day 3? Holy fuck, seems like it's going forever. I didn't even go sober the first day of it. 2 days in has been hell. Nah, I shouldn't joke about it. It's not like we're quitting something difficult. At least weed isn't that bad, addiction-wise. You know what's the weird thing about weed? They always say that it's not addictive. Yet most people that I know that smoked weed ended up smoking it every day their whole life. So it's like, holy shit, if that's not addictive, what is? I think they should clarify that weed is super addictive, but it's not like, it doesn't cause withdrawal. That's what they should say. But even that really isn't true because I have been getting a little bit of withdrawal headaches, but very mild ones this time. That was nice. I was a little bit worried the headaches were going to be brutal, but I only had to take one Tylenol today. It wasn't so bad. Famous last words. Yeah, so I was checking through my messages on Facebook, and a few people have been messaging me there for Clone Evolution comments and stuff. I don't know, guys, if you could maybe just send it to the YouTube comments, that's probably pretty cool because I'm already flooded with Facebook stuff. It's like I used to do ancient mystery stuff, and I got tons of people on my Facebook from that. And I'm like backlogged like months of messages. It's like back when I had my concussion, I wasn't even able to open my email, so I basically had like 2 years of emails build up. It was pretty insane. It was basically every time I looked at my emails, it just made my symptoms worse. So I was like, fuck it, I don't even want to look at them. Now, a lot of people are messaging me like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me? It's like, well, unless you're a hot babe, I'm probably not going to bump you up to high priority because I got very limited amount of messages I can answer. If it's a hot babe asking to make out, I'll answer right away. Other than that, you're going to be waiting. Now, guys, don't get any ideas. No gender transformations to get clone evolution tips. You only qualify if you were always female. Just want to specify that. That's what I was thinking. I'm actually really lucky to be single and be able to do podcasting and stuff, because I'm pretty sure if I had a girlfriend, I'd be getting in shit for like half the shit I say. Who am I kidding? All of it. I don't know, it's weird. Like, I always thought that a lot of the comments that I make would piss chicks off, like, really bad. And I was kind of surprised. It's like, how many chicks actually like the... Well, I don't know if they like the comments, but they like me saying them, even though it seems like they hate them. So that's the one thing where women are complicated, right? If you do things to impress women, they're usually not impressed. If you do things to piss them off, I don't know, for some reason that seems to get their attention more. Just don't take dating advice from me. It's like I'm almost 50 in my mom's basement. There's gotta be someone more qualified. Alright, let's stick to clone evolution advice. At least when I fuck that up for you, it won't be so bad. That's fixable. Maybe. Alright, so that's all that shit. I'm gonna be like that one guy said, he's bragging how fast he can finish the daily grind. It's like I should really try. I'll like see if I can like finish as quick as he can. Finishing quick is supposed to be my specialty. Oh yeah, I forgot to refresh these. Isn't it annoying that they gave me all the heroes I needed, but not the one armor piece I wanted? Fuckers. I guess I'll have to do a few refreshes here and see if I can get a hero that I need. Remember when I needed the Catholic hero? I forget who that was. Was that for the gold or red Trump? Yeah, that's who it was. It's funny, I need the Hitler fragment. I forget who that was for. So maybe I'll keep it on this. I just got a quick check. Does anyone remember who the Hitler fragment was for? Das Hitler. No, I've been having some good news lately. I can't remember, yeah, I was thinking what game was it from? It was from the other game that I record. There's players that play it all over the world, and I'm starting to get invitations to go and stay at like really fancy countries that normally I could never afford to visit, but they're like, hey, we can get you a free place to stay, come and visit our country. I'm like, holy shit, like, that's pretty sweet. Now I'm one of those guys that's probably traveled less than any person on the planet. It's like the neighborhood that I grew up in, like within a 2-3 block radius, had my elementary school, my high school, and all my jobs. So I've literally spent like 99.9% of my days all within like a 2-block radius. There's the occasional time, like I think when I was like a teenager, I used to travel to other provinces and went to the States a couple times, but really, if you calculated the days spent, it'd be like 99.9999 all my days in like one little area. So it would be neat to like get out more and see the world. And I have been getting reoccurring dreams, and usually all my reoccurring dreams come to pass eventually. And the one that I've been having recently, well, for the past 2 or 3 years, is I keep dreaming that I go to the ocean and then I see killer whales swimming around. And then I keep saying, man, I better not forget to take a picture because I want to show everyone when I get home that I finally seen the ocean. And then I wake up. It's like, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure one day I'm going to get to see the ocean. Maybe it'll have to do with this. I'll just keep doing YouTubing, getting invited to go places that are really cool, and I'll get the hell out of the basement one of these days. Although, to be honest, I'm going to miss the basement. Well, wait, I better not say that till I'm at least out of here. Yeah, I wanted to check Darwin's lab, or yeah, Darwin's, there it is. Now, part of me is a little bit sad because I was thinking, oh geez, all I got to do to get over this Sober October thing is look forward to November. Then I'm like, wait a minute. October is like my last month of the year that I love, and as soon as November comes, it's fucking hell. So I was like, dear God, it's like now I'm looking forward to hell. Oh yeah, it was this one. Was it? No. Yeah, I think Crime Fighter is only available in the Super Casino, like the Royal one or whatever. Who did I need Hitler for? Can't remember. If he's important, I'll go for him. If not, fuck it. Yeah, I need that guy pretty bad. I guess, well yeah, I've got the extra Darius. I was thinking I needed another Darius, but I forgot, I already have him. Oh, that's what I was wondering. Where's Robin? Here, let me check, 1 second. Right, I was just checking the chart here to see what heroes that I needed. And I went to go check Robin, and you can get her at the General Casino. But I was thinking, I don't really need Robin for that right now, but I probably should just go for Robin no matter what. She's needed for Son of the Black Hole. Here's the Hitler. Darius needs him, but I won't be cloning Darius anytime soon. So early on in the game, they gave me Hitler, but I never used him because I thought he was useless and one of the easy clones to get. Ah, it's her. Omnioji. So yeah, Omnioji needs Hitler, so I better get him because he's important for her. And Is that all the person I know? I need one more of her. That's what it is. I was going to say, is Hitler the only one I need? But no. Alright, I got lots of these extra clones for cloning up shit, so that's pretty good. Alright, so let's go for the Das Hitler. See if we can get him. Hitler's in high demand. Oh, that's awful. So come on. Quit the Hitler jokes. No, for a while when I was in high school, I started to learn German a little bit. I got, what is it, I forget what's his name, Charles Berlitz, his tape on how to speak German. And I used to use it while I was sleeping, because I heard that if you listen to language tutorials while you sleep, you could wake up and understand new languages. And I was surprised, to a certain degree it actually worked. Not that I knew the whole language, but it was like a lot of words that managed to stick. I don't have a good vocabulary in German, but I maybe have like 20, 30 words. So that's pretty shitty in comparison to anyone else studying languages, but for me, that's fucking amazing. Now, I'm pretty sure if I met someone who spoke German, I would still have to get them to slow down. Same thing with French. It's like, I took years and years of French school in Canada because they force everyone to learn French, whether or not you hate the culture or not. It's like I didn't really want anything to do with French, so I just tried to ignore the classes as much as possible, wasting about, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours of my day for 12 years. But really, in the long run, after I traveled to Montreal and started meeting hot French babes, I was like, fuck, why didn't they take us on this trip first to show us why we should learn French? It's like you just tell a bunch of kids, like, hey, you have to learn French. You're like, fuck you, teacher, you learn French. No, for me in school, it wasn't so bad, but in most cases, teachers hated me. I don't know if I ever told you guys the story about the meeting that the school had about me. You know when you go to high school and they give you that sheet, like a warning when you start a class? They're like, hey, if you go over a certain amount of absences, you won't pass the class no matter what your grade is. So I was really bad at skipping class all the time, so that was something that happened to me. But what the meeting at the school was, yeah, I'll tell you the whole story. It's like I've been skipping school a lot, and I'm like walking around the hallways, like getting wasted and just partying all day, every day at school. For me, high school is just like a basic huge party with like thousands of people. Rarely went to class, just partied and partied and partied every day. So anyways, I'm walking through the hallway like completely wasted. And then one of the teachers comes up to me and she's like, holy shit, did you hear about what happened at the meeting? And I'm like, meeting? What the hell are you talking about? She's like, you don't know? And I'm like, what? And then she's like, the whole school board had a meeting about you. I'm like, about me? What the fuck, right? And then what happened is I got the highest mark in my English class, but I almost skipped every class. So the teacher was like saying that he was going to fail me. And then the rest of the school board's like, but he got the highest mark in your class, right? Like, can you really fail someone who has the highest mark? So they ended up doing that. They had like a whole meeting where they debated it. And they even told me that it went on for 5 hours. I was like, 5 hours? I'm like, yeah, we didn't get out here till like midnight. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, what was the outcome? And they're like, oh, you failed. I was like, fuck. It wasn't so bad though, because I think I went to summer school and got like the extra credit or whatever you needed to change it to a pass. So I only had to go to school for like an extra few weeks and got the passing grade. And boy, was I ever happy that I went to summer school. It's like my whole life in high school, I thought summer school was a disaster, right? I was like, fuck, I want the summer holidays. I don't want to go to summer school, it's a nightmare. What happened when I get to summer school? The fucking whole class, like out of 30 people, there's like 29 smoking hot chicks that are all ditzy blondes who can barely even read or write. I was like, holy fuck, man, this classroom's paradise. No, and a whole bunch of girls tried to hook up with me, but I was a little bit slow at that age, so I didn't realize what they were hinting at. So one girl, I was like trying to make out with her. I'm like talking to her in the smoking area. I'm like, hey, we should like hang out and stuff. And she's like, oh, sorry, I can't go out tonight. I have to babysit. She's like, fuck, I wish someone would come and babysit with me. And then I'm like, oh, babysitting, that sounds real boring. See you later. And then in retrospect, I was like, wait a minute. A few years later, I was like, fuck, I totally missed that. Yeah, let's check. What was I doing at the casino? Who was it that I needed for? Oh yeah, it was Hitler for Omni OG. All right, my memory's working a little. Sweet. It's alive. Oh man, did I ever feel bad? I posted the video about how many clones did you go for on casino and which ones did you get. One guy put that he burned through 1,200 tokens and he got 0. I was like, oh! It's like, why would you do that? 1,240, you complete the mission. 40 away from completing it. Wow. Alright, I'm back. No, what I was just going to do is I'll bring up the quick Bitcoin casino spin, and I had to take off some layers because, man, I'm fucking boiling hot. It's like my roommate cranked the heat in the house because we're already into winter. It's like we went from like summer right to winter this year. Fucking sucks. I had a dream last night that my pot plants died even in the greenhouse because it was just too cold. And I'm actually thinking that dream's going to come to pass. Oh yeah, I had the good news, guys. Sorry, I forgot to tell you, I reached the 30,000 Satoshi goal. So now I have enough to collect the daily interest. I haven't checked it out yet because, where is it? Earn Bitcoin. Daily interest, yeah, it's here already. Monthly interest, I'll be making 100 Satoshi. Yearly interest, 1,000 Satoshi. So geez, that's not so bad. People are like, oh man, that's really low amounts, but compared to my actual bank, that's way higher. Yeah, banking. Those guys are lucky, eh? If you got a banking license, it's like a license to print money. Oh yeah, it's one thing I forgot. What was my event status? Maybe I don't need that many more spins. Oh yeah, I still do. Oh, I could get an extra purple. Sweet, so let's do that. Let's do it quick so we can finish in 3 purples today. Oh wow, I got the hero already. That was quick. I didn't even look. Finishing quick is my specialty. Didn't even look. Wait, how many golds do I have? Ah, fuck, only 3. Yeah, the one thing I'm curious about, the people that were saying that they do just the royal spins and don't waste the general ones, when it comes time to the casino event, I assume you have 0 gold tokens left? And do you ever actually get the royal ones with no tokens? Or do you eventually get them just by spinning one at a time? Because I don't know, I tried one at a time and I never got them, like hundreds of spins. And so then when I saved up 10, hit a 10 draw, boom, got them like that. So that's why I was like, never again am I wasting the gold tokens with these 1 spins. But that experiment might have been wrong and someone else got different results. So if you want to post in the chat, like, do you actually get the royal heroes spinning one at a time? To me, that seems a little rare, but hey, to each their own. If it's working for you, go for it, right? Oh yeah, I had some good news from Joe Rogan today. Not like I actually talked to him personally, but I was just like looking at his website or Facebook posts. And despite all of his friends bailing on him and not doing Sober October, Joe decided to listen to his viewers and said, hey, viewers want me to do it, I'm doing it for the viewers. So yeah, guys, as long as you got some reasonable demands, not going gay for pay or anything. Alright, I gotta try to keep it serious here, jeez. Gonna have a headache from laughing too much. Oh god, man, like quitting weed for like just a couple or what, 2-3 days almost. I'm already noticing like a whole bunch of improvements. It's like, I don't know, I was starting to get ammonia overload so bad that if I would like burp, I could smell ammonia. I'm like, holy fuck, do I have cancer or what the hell's going on? Stop smoking or vaping all that ammonia, all of a sudden that ammonia taste and smell went away. So I'm like, thank God. It's like, I know what it is because I took the vaporizing up another level to the point where it's like just doing too much. I know some people are probably like, oh, it can't be that much, but you have no idea, if you haven't tried the Extreme Q, how much stronger it is. Like, before I tried the Extreme Q, I was vaporizing weed, or not vaporizing, smoking joints, bowls, bongs, pipes, you name it. And I smoked those for like, I don't know, 20 years. And I'd reached the point, even from that, where I was like, holy shit, I can barely catch a buzz from anything anymore. And then that's when I started getting into vaporizers. A buddy of mine got the Volcano, the one from, who makes the Volcano? It's that German company, I always forget their name. The Volcano by, well, whatever, the Volcano vaporizer, you guys know which one it is, I'm sure. So anyways, yeah, like he had that vaporizer and he let me try some of it and I was like, hey, this vapor shit is pretty tasty. I like the taste of it. But the only thing I didn't like about the Volcano was filling that giant bag. I was like, God, I hate that bag. I just want to fill bongs, not a bag, right? So I was like, if they could find a way to hook the Volcano up to a bong and you could just fill the chamber and take hoots, I'd probably go with the Volcano. But then the problem I found out when I started searching online, the Volcano cost a fortune, so I started looking for a cheaper alternative. And I came across some reviews for the Extreme Q. And it was like, some people didn't like the Extreme Q and other people just loved it. And then I was trying to figure out why. Like, why do some people love it so much and other people can't stand it, right? And then I found out when you buy the Extreme Q, there's more than one way to use it. Oh, hope it wasn't full at 100 too long. Woo, 8 frags, that's pretty good. Ah, fuck, I forgot. I was supposed to send that guy a big bundle of roses. If he's a viewer, don't forget, what's his name again? Tomahawk, I'm going to be sending you the big rose flower. Fucking forgot today, but I'll try to do it again tomorrow. Damn! God bless this mistake! Yeah, so when I got the Extreme Q vaporizer and it shipped to my house, I'm like, hey, I'm going to try it both ways, or all the ways you can use it, and see which works best. Not like I just try it one way and say I don't like the device. So that's what I started doing. I tried each way. The first few ways I tried it, the normal way, like the big fat bowl, it's the same as the Volcano. Very thin bag, you can barely see the smoke or vapor in it. It's like so fine, it's like a mist and you can barely see it. And then I tried the elbow bowl technique. And that's like, if anyone doesn't know what the elbow bowls is, it's like the Extreme Q, I should show you. It's like when you get the bowl for it, normally there's a piece that sort of looks like this, and then it has like an elbow, and it turns to a tube, and then you can inhale from the tube. And then people used to pack the bottom part, which had a huge bowl, and like you could fit like a gram or two in it, cut it up, very fine vapor, could barely taste it. But then people realized that if you took the elbow piece where it turns, and it's a lot smaller, and you put a bowl in there, and then put it in the vaporizer, it changes it dramatically. Like, it's like night and day. It's like a completely different device. Because it's funny, when you pack the elbow bowl, what happens is, all of a sudden, that, you know, like, I don't know, has anyone ever done hot knives before? Like a hash hot knife on a stove? Imagine you tried to do hot knives on a stove, but you only had one blade. So it's like you pick up the hash with the one blade, you try inhaling it, but you can't squeeze it with the second blade, so it doesn't make a big thick cloud. It'll just make a thin vapor. So that was the problem with the Volcano. It's like they had the fucking weed in it, but it was like one blade of a hot knife. It wasn't enough to squish it and actually make a huge puff of vapor. So what happened was, when this elbow bowl concentrated the amount of air going through the bowl, so it wasn't a giant amount, but it got funneled into a much smaller area, it made the fucking weed just explode with vapor, just like a hot knife with two knives. So I was like, oh my god, the vapor from this is like, it's like night and day. It's like you would not imagine how, like when you take the vapor from an elbow bowl hit, it literally looks just like fucking bong smoke. Like anyone watching you be like, oh, you're just burning smoke. It's like, no, it's actually vapor. And how you can prove that it's vapor is you take the bowl out, none of it burned. It's just like slightly brown, no dark ash or anything. It just sucks the vapor right out of it, and then it leaves stuff that looks like tobacco. You could still burn it. It's like tobacco. It's completely THC free. So when I tried that for the first time, I was in the basement, and I just packed up an elbow bowl, hooved it back, and I didn't know that you could hook it up to bong, so I just dry hooved it right from the tube. And boy, that was like the first time ever smoking weed all over again. Like, I don't know if you ever remember your first time, but it's like a million times stronger than ever any other time you try doing it. So that's the one downfall they always say about doing weed, right? Like, the first time you do it's amazing, and it just gets weaker and weaker and weaker to the point where it has no effect on you. So, how hard to explain how hard this weed hit me? Just from like, I think I did one bowl, and I looked in the mirror because I was like, I don't feel so good. And I looked in the mirror and I turned completely green. I was like, holy fuck, man. This weed hit me super hard. And it was weird too because the weed I had was just average. It wasn't even good weed. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it so much stronger? So I was like, man, I'm packing more and more bowls. Eventually the greenness went away and I was just like wasted. Alright, let's try to check. I think I can beat this team. 230. Let's give her a go. Give her. Now, and then I looked it up online and I found out what's the deal. And they said that, you know when there's charts that show how much THC actually gets into your bloodline? And then they compare the different methods? Yeah, that looks like a good team. So I think the very lowest, I can't remember which is the lowest. Is it eating or burning it? I think, yeah, it was eating it destroys the most THC. So it's like your stomach acid and everything burns everything away, and then only a little bit of the THC actually makes it into your bloodstream. And the second strongest was smoking it, but still, like when you burn the THC, like I think they said it's burning away over 80% of the THC in the smoke. Like not the smoke, like that flame. Like it actually burns it to nothing. So you're only getting like maybe 20% of the THC out of your weed, but it still seems way stronger than eating it. And then I found out that's why vaporizers are so much stronger. The Extreme Q gives you something like 98% of the THC out of your weed. So if you took the same bowl and smoked it, you'd have to smoke like 7 of them to equal 1 hit from the vaporizer. So I was like, holy fuck, right? Like now I don't have to smoke 7 bowls anymore to get your buzz. I can just take 1 hit of vapor. Wasted. And it worked great for like, I don't know, like a few months. And then eventually I just built my tolerance up to match. And then I stopped getting a buzz again. It's fucking annoying. Right, this is a pretty intense battle. Holy shit. My team's getting their ass kicked and so is theirs. Very even. I was gonna say, why isn't Jane Austen healing anyone? Fucking cunt. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry guys, I don't mean to say the C word. Bloody gaping cockhole. Well, yeah, I had some good news and bad news today. Good news is I made a Disclosed TV news episode. I was all happy and pleased because I'm like, Disclosed TV is going to be so happy when people make content for their channel. And then when the video launched, it was a hit. I was getting tons of fucking views, comments, everyone loved it. Guess what happened? The Disclosed TV administrator or admin fucking banned the video. They said they didn't want me using their name. I'm like, well, I'm doing the news for the Disclosed TV channel. So I called it the Disclosed TV News. And then they're like, oh, but you're not associated with us. I'm like, you sent me an email asking me to make content for your channel. And then they're like, oh no, that email was just sent out to everyone. But I'm like, well, you sent me an email asking me to make content for your channel. And that was the other thing too. I made the logo. I was like, Disclosed TV News. I'll call it that, and I'll put the logo of Disclosed TV because I'm going to be posting it onto the Disclosed TV site, right? the news for Disclosed TV would have the logo for it. And then I was like, wait a minute, what happens if it's copyrighted? So I better not do that. But then I checked on Wikipedia, and guess what it said? The Disclosed TV logo isn't qualified for copyright because it's just plain text. They said it doesn't qualify for copyright. So they said it's public domain and you can use it. So I'm like, okay, so I used it. And then what does the Disclosed TV admin? They message me and say that they paid a ton of money to have it patented in Europe somewhere. I was like, well, that's nice, but I don't live in Europe and I'm not subject to your copyright laws. But I told them, like, look, if you don't want me to use it, I'll take it down, just move all my content to another channel. I'll go back to YouTube. And then they said, yeah, just take it down. So I was like, okay, see you guys. It was kind of shitty because, oh, fuck. Goddamn connected from the server. Now, I've been making content for that channel for years and years, and it went downhill, like, really bad. And then I just quit making content for it because all the features were gone. I was thinking someone bought the channel and removed all the features that were good in an attempt to improve it. I don't know. But then, like, I got that email that, I don't know if they have a new owner or what it is, but they made the website cool again. But that whole thing where you can't even, like, put, like, a logo into your thumbnail or they're going to take the video down. So I was like, well, if you guys are just going to fight me over creating content on your channel for you to help you promote your business, fuck you, right? So I just left. It kind of made me really sad because I had spent years and years and years helping that website get bigger and bigger, always advertising them, and then for them to just fuck me over like that. And the other weird part too is, like, a few people in the comments, like, completely told me off. And I was like, the admin is in here and he's supposed to be removing comments where people tell you off. And then it was almost like he started telling me off. So I'm like, not only are the viewers telling me off, but the admin is telling me off? It's like, fuck this shit. Fuck Disclosed TV. Man, there are a bunch of fucking paranoid jackasses at that website. That's what I was kind of thinking. It's like, man, when I used to do conspiracy stuff, people are like, don't get involved in the conspiracy community because they're a bunch of paranoid conspiracy jackasses. They always blame people for other people for problems. They can never take any responsibility for themselves. And I never really saw it until I got older. And then I was like, holy shit, this is what this community is. They just blame people for everything. They're like, oh, I'm poor. It's because there's a rich banker that charges too much interest. It's like, no, you're poor because you're a fucking lazy ass and you don't do anything. That's why you're poor. Not because someone's charging interest. Like, what the fuck? It's like, man, if you don't have money, go get it. We fucking live in America. There's like a million opportunities to get it. You could be rich tomorrow if you start fucking working. God damn it. God bless it. Alright, welcome back everyone. I can't remember what I was talking about. I had to go move my uncle, so it's been a while since the show paused. Yeah, let's check the guild, I guess. Can't remember what I was doing. Yeah, so I don't want to be completely ripping on those Disclosed TV guys. There's probably just some sort of communication breakdown somewhere. Did the other team actually beat me there? That's fucking bullshit. God damn irritate. Or no, I didn't lose. I don't know what's going on. 43 points. Yeah, I guess I did lose. Jackasses. How the hell did they win? There's no one in that team that can beat me. No one. Not even close. The fuck? Alright, I'm going to switch this to fucking water, because that usually fucks people over pretty good. So let's try that. Yeah, so no offense to the Disclosed TV guys. I guess we probably just had some sort of communication breakdown somewhere along the way. So, yeah, I think it is just best that I went my own separate way too, because I started to get very spiteful towards the conspiracy community in general. Like, I've started to realize all the mistakes I made, like, getting into conspiracies before, and now when I hear people telling me that shit, I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it. You're starting to tell me about how you blame capitalism for all the world's problems? You can go fuck yourself, right? Like, I don't want to hear that bullshit. It's like, man, if you come from a country that has, like, fucking what is it, communism? Guess what? The reason you're coming to our country is because of fucking capitalism. Because it's better. So if you think your system's better, well then fucking don't come here. Because I don't want to fucking live in a socialist fucking hellhole. Communist, socialist, whatever this fucking free handout shit is. I don't want any part of it. That's what's the problem with Canada's politics lately, is we keep going down that road. We're starting to make everything like 98% income tax, and then just the government pays everything. They give it to like lines of bread. You have to wait in line for everything. It's like, how about I just fucking work and pay for the shit myself? I don't want to wait in line. So you see how Cuba works? You end up waiting in fucking lines for weeks just to buy normal shit at a mall. Because they don't have it, because they're fucking communist. It's a fucking nightmare. So I don't know. Like maybe some countries pull communism off and I shouldn't be making fun of it so much, but holy shit, I don't want any part of it. It's crazy how we're fucking going down that road. And it's funny too, because you see so many people that came from communist countries to escape it here. And then they get here and they're like, holy fuck guys, you're making the same mistakes that our country we just left did. And they're like, fuck, this isn't good because it's going to be the same problem and there'll be nowhere left to run to. Alright, I'm really sick of this battle. I can't believe I lost it again. You piece of shit. Yeah, I guess I got some good news. Like, I was actually getting really down in the dumps after that whole fucking disclosed TV thing. It was actually giving me butterflies in my stomach. That's how fucking upset it was making me. Like all those people telling me off in the chat, and they kept saying like, oh, you stole something that's copyrighted. I'm like, I posted the fucking link to Wikipedia, showed you, it says fucking free use right on it. It's like, you should shut the fuck up with your fucking slander. Fucking jackasses. Fucking can't stand the conspiracy community. And it's a shame because I actually like researching a lot of the fucking mysteries in it, but when people just act like jackasses, it fucking ruins everything. I don't fucking like hanging out with jackasses. Mean people that fucking blame their problems on other people. You can go fuck yourself. I don't want anything to do with you. Now that's what I started to realize. Like a lot of my friends from the conspiracy community are friends. It's like a lot of them were fucking so lazy they could never get anything done. No, some of them would be going on posting how all the fucking problems in the world are from capitalism. And then I would say like, hey, like, name me one place that's better than a capitalist country. And it's like fucking silence. So it's like, well, what are you going on about how it's fucking bullshit or it's so shitty? Oh god. No, I'll try to get into something positive here. Yeah, so when I was going through Facebook today, I happened to see a thumbnail of someone I thought I recognized. Like a mutual friend of a friend or something. I'm like, wait a minute, that's my fucking buddy Dan that I used to work with in factories. Man, was he ever a fun guy to hang out with? He's one of those guys that's like, he lives such an exciting life that he could just tell you some of the stories of what he did. And it's like just amazing. You're like, holy fuck, man, your life was amazing. Yeah, so I fucking sent him a friend request. I'm like, oh god, I hope he accepts it. Or maybe he won't remember me. Because I think, what was it? It was like the fucking 90s we were working together. Or no, maybe, yeah, it was like 1999, 98 or something. Yeah, so anyways, he fucking remembered me, added, and man, he's the same old guy as when we used to work in the factory. He's posting some funniest fucking shit I've ever seen on Facebook. It's like really graphic too. It's like, I remember like, you know when you work in factories, you end up meeting people that you wouldn't meet at other jobs? Because they just couldn't cut it in normal society, like an office or something. Like Dan, he had like this like super perverted nature. It's like he was like Howard Stern on fucking steroids. It's like I used to be kind of the opposite of that, like always like goody two shoes and stuff. So just hearing that type of behavior was like a nice change for me. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of funny. Yeah, so he started posting some comments on Facebook, or not comments, some like memes and stuff from the stuff he collects. And I was like, holy shit, man, he's got this archive of all these websites that have sick memes or Facebook pages I've never even heard of. And here I had thought the whole time that I found everything interesting on Facebook. I was like, oh, there's nothing left interesting I haven't seen. Then I met Dan, and I'm like, hey, Dan, what's new with you? And he's like, same old. Yeah, I'm glad he's doing good. Because like one of the stories he was telling me is that he used to live in Vancouver, I think it was, and he got caught up with the wrong crowd and started getting hooked on opiates. And the only way he got off the opiates was he overdosed. And he said it wasn't until like he was dead for a few minutes and then they brought him back that he's like, holy fuck, man, this is like ruining my life. It's like it actually killed him. So yeah, when he came back from the dead, it's like they revived him, and then that was his motivation to quit, and he managed to quit opiates. And then he actually left Vancouver over it because he's like, man, there's just too many addicts there. And did you know where Vancouver gets all of its heroin? From China? And you know where how the Chinese get the heroin into Vancouver? They almost have half of the fucking border security, like the Coast Guard, as triad members. And like the Canadian government knows. And I was like, our fucking borders are compromised by gangs from China and they're moving in fucking tons of heroin and killing all of our people with addiction? I was like, holy fuck, man. I can't believe the government doesn't get all the Chinese triads out of the Coast Guard. Or whatever the Canadian equivalent of the Coast Guard's called. I don't even know. Yeah, I always kind of wondered where the heroin was coming from. I always thought like Afghanistan or something. I was like, yeah, that's where heroin comes from. It's the Taliban trying to kill us. But no, it's actually the Chinese. Yeah, so if you know any addicts that are hooked on Oxycontin, heroin, or any of those, you have the Chinese government to thank. Well, I guess we shouldn't blame the Chinese completely. Here I'm just going right into what I said I was against. The blame game. Like really, if our people didn't buy the heroin, then really wouldn't be an issue in the first place. So I guess we only have ourselves to blame, but still I kind of wish the heroin wasn't here in the first place. Maybe we'd have less chances of buying it. I guess we'd probably just ship it from somewhere else, but I was just thinking a lot of people do drugs because they're convenient, and if you can't get the drug, you switch to a different one, right? So if we didn't have all this Oxycontin and all this heroin, we'd probably be doing more weed. Right, welcome back everyone. I'm going to try to keep this show positive for the rest. I've been having too much negative shit going on today already, so sorry for guys that like to see me pissed off, but I got to try to focus on more positive shit for right now. Keep my spirits high. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'll show you one of the new projects I'm working on just for a quick break, and then we'll get back to Clone Evolution. We'll do those heroes. We'll get 3 new ones that are purple going. Alright, so what I'll do is I'm just going to show you guys my progress. What I did is I managed to get the new scale going. I managed to open it because now that I'm doing Sober October, I've drastically cut down how much I'm eating. I'm probably eating about 2% of what I used to. I was just overeating ridiculous amounts. So I think I had my fucking weight down to around 170 before the lockdown. Now I'm all the way fucking back up to 210 or 208 or whatever. And I was just going to show you guys how cool these electronic scales are. If you haven't tried one before, not only does it show your weight, but it's like you click weight. Come on. Oh yeah, and it tells you here what kind of goals you're looking at. And if I want it to be normal weight, I have to get under 194 for my height and stuff, right? So at least I'm not in the obesity mark. I was kind of surprised because normally when I'm over 200, the scale will show me an obese. But I think it's because I gained more muscle. I've actually been working out quite a bit, so the body mass index, I don't know if anyone's seen that. Yeah, I'm definitely in the overweight there in yellow. I was surprised. Body fat percentage, I was wondering that too, because almost my whole body is skinny except for my stomach, which is fucking giant beer gut. I imagine that's with most guys. We all have that style of body fat. But I was surprised that it's like my body fat is actually still acceptable. Fat-free body weight, I was kind of thinking that's kind of funny. So if I didn't have any fat, I would weigh 162 pounds. Which is funny because my weight loss goal I think is 165. So will I only have like 3 pounds of fat on me when I reach that goal? I kind of doubt that, but we'll see. Because last time when I made it to 170, I still had a huge gut. So I was like, what the fuck? I needed to lose another 10 pounds. I was like, well, how light am I going to get? 150? I'm fucking 6'2". I shouldn't be weighing that low. But then I looked at some UFC fighters, and some scrawny, like bony type UFC fighters are actually that weight, 6'2", 150. It sounds ridiculous, but it actually is some people's body type. Alright, so subcutaneous fat. Yeah, I was thinking that. My skin feels very fat. Like I was always fat in the face and skin, and it's actually in high. So I got to get that down. Visceral fat, I'm surprised. That's the stuff around your organs and stuff. In your abdominal cavity, which I'm surprised. I have a fucking, like, when I look in the mirror some days, I'm like, man, I remind myself of the end boss in Sonic the Hedgehog. Was it Evil or Dr. Evil or something? The guy who's like a penguin but with a fucking huge gut, tiny little skinny legs. Yeah, so that's my body type right now. So how could it be acceptable for stomach fat? That sounds hard to believe. Body water, it's not so bad. Let's see. Skeletal muscle, I'm a little bit low on that. And I've been in the low part for that before. So I'm wondering why I keep getting low like that, even with a lot of muscle. Because like you check, here it says my muscle mass, and I'm like high in muscle. That's what I thought too, because I have 150 pounds of just muscle. And I was thinking, dear God, that's like some people's weight, right? And I have it in just muscle. So I'm fortunate there. It's not all yellow and red. Bone mass is average, and I've been trying to get that higher because I noticed that I was getting some problems with bones. Like when I would stub my toe, it felt like it was broken instead of just hurting. So I was like, fuck, I need to increase that. Protein. It looks like I'm high in protein, which I'm not surprised by that because I just been plowing back protein like crazy for like the whole lockdown. Alright, BMR, metabolic rate. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My metabolism should be high because I can fucking burn weight off like crazy. Like if I don't eat 1 or 2 days, I usually lose like 5 or 10 pounds. And it's because I work out like crazy and like exercise, do tons of cardio. Well, since the lockdown has ended. Metabolic age. Your physical body age is 2/3 of the actual age. So younger in green? I don't know. Like I'm 40, turning 41. It says 41 here. Younger. I don't know. Maybe. And I don't have the trending stuff yet, but once I do like a couple weeks of these like daily weigh-ins, yeah, wish me luck, guys, because if I don't get this like around 180 by summer, I'm probably going to be super depressed. So I'm hoping I can do good on it. Alright, so let's get back to the clone evolution. So I appreciate anyone who's doing their own weight loss goals, wants to share their journey, how much pounds they're trying to lose from the lockdown. It'll just make me feel better, not as alone in this whole journey. It is pretty stressful, to be honest. Like I was like so close to my goal. I think it was like 10 pounds away after losing 50 pounds, and to gain it all back again. Oh, so frustrating, but hey, as long as you're still breathing, you got a chance, right? Let's keep getting some more clone evolution content done. Did I win the event yet? Let's check. No. How much more do I need? Just 30. So let's do 30 points in the casino. Right, so is it 1 for each? So I need to do 3 times. 1, 2, 3. No Hitler, which is fine. I already got 2 heroes. I didn't want to get greedy. And I did get that guy, so who knows. And you see how I'm left with 262 coins? I actually got shitloads of flowers, so I'm probably going to get that. Maybe it's probably around 462 maybe, with how many flowers I have. Let me check. Yeah, so by the time the next event comes, hopefully I'll have this up to 8,000. Oh yeah, 816. So I have to reach 16,000 for 200 coins. So I'm not too far off. Yeah, so it won't be that much longer until I can save up to do the casino again. Especially with the way I paid to win now. I keep getting more casino tokens way more often, so shouldn't be that long to wait. Alright, let's collect the shit and start doing some purple heroes. 10 minutes left, I want to see who I got. Oh yeah! I got a whole bunch of those now. Let me check what the store action is. Holy shit, I got 30. Holy fuck, I got 36 and I can buy Omnioji. So if I would have got Hitler, I could have bumped up to Omnioji and I'd have Red Samson right now. Fuck, can you imagine if I would have hit Hitler? Hit Hitler? So what do you think? Should I buy Omnioji now? Oh wait, I've got a purple frag, so let's draw them and see. Maybe I won't even need to use that. Can you imagine I got Omnioji? I don't want to jinx it, probably going to get shit again. Alright, so I got enough for 2 purple specials and 1 regular purple. Which should I do first? Well, we'll go 1, 2, 1. Alright, let's try that. Whew. Alright. Wish me luck. Darius! That's good and bad. I really don't need Darius for anything because I already have a whole bunch of extra copies, but he is a worthwhile clone. Maybe I'll make Darius into gold one day. Alright, let's do the regular. Come on, Robin. Ooh, Goss. He's good too. I'm definitely not upset with that spin. That was a good one. I like that guy. Alright, let's do the last one. Well, I guess it wasn't a spin, but a draw. Ooh, Dragon Egg. I've never had this guy before. Is he good? As far as I remember fighting him, he sucks balls. Not in a good way, but... Alright, so that was pretty exciting. We got a whole bunch of new heroes. Should I change my icon to the egg? Do you like the egg? Oh yeah, I got the VIP 4 thing. Should I switch to it? To me, it's a little bit cheesy, but yeah, let's switch to it. I purchased it, might as well use it. Alright, so let's go purchase Omnioji. It's probably a dumb mistake to purchase her, but man, I want her. And sometimes I just love making dumb mistakes. Omnioji! Ooh! Now I'll put the Dragon Age for the title. I was thinking I was pointing like that for the screenshot, but I already got one, so it doesn't matter. Right, that was exciting. We got the Omnioji time. The only thing that would have been better really is if I got a Crime Fighter fragment. I think that's the only way it could have been better. Or maybe a Robin fragment. Let's see, did they just give me the fragments? Yeah, I was going to say, so I don't have to spawn them up yet. Right, maybe I'll set the thing to Obama so that we can collect more fire fragments quicker. Or what do I have it set on? That guy? He's useless. Yeah, let's set it to a fire guy. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to click. Ah, fuck, what was I wanting to click? Oh yeah, here it is. Fire, who was I looking for? Oh yeah, yes we can. Mr. Good Public Speaker. You know, I don't really like Obama's politics, but man, when he speaks, it's like I could listen to him talk all day. He's so motivational. The only thing I didn't really like too much about his politics, a little bit too much of the socialist free stuff. It's like that whole Obamacare health thing. Like, I know healthcare in Canada is a nightmare because of socialism. So as soon as I seen him doing that to the States, I was like, oh God, praying for you guys. If you end up with the healthcare system we got here, like we got 50,000 people each year in just my province that have to go to the States to get life-saving healthcare. And now they can't go because of the fucking pandemic. They got the border closed. Even though thousands of truckers are going across the borders every day and fucking prostitutes like crazy. So it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, there's people, if that didn't spread the fucking virus, what would, right? Well, were they wearing masks while they were fucking? Oh well. I can just kind of try to remember that everything in the world is going to turn the opposite one day, so I just got to try to accept it. Can't fight it. Oh yeah, that was the other bad news I got. Remember my guild member was always telling me to bet on fucking... Is Abyss over? Oh, fuck. I didn't finish the event. Oh. I thought I had 72 hours. What happened? God, what a nightmare. Here I wanted to finish the Abyss because I was doing better, and I fucking ran out of time. God, I wish there was some sort of alarm that would go off and tell you that it's almost over. Like a little ticker on the main screen saying, hey, look, your fucking Abyss is almost over. Use it. You still have more keys. Fuck. So what happens now that I got halfway through a level? When the Abyss comes back, do I just get to continue where I left off? Or do I have to use a whole new key? So anyways, yeah, someone in my guild was telling me to always bet on Gizmo. So I bet on Gizmo, and guess what? He lost. I was like, fuck, why did I listen to that? I always get bad advice, but I don't know. I'm sure they anticipated that Gizmo was going to win. It wasn't their fault that... So why is this guy so heavily favored? I don't get it. He's way weaker. Oh, I know why. It's because he beat Gizmo. And if he was strong enough to beat Gizmo, he must be fucking really strong. I'll have to keep an eye on that guy. It's those damn Slavic characters. You gotta watch for those guys. Now, as I know a girl from Bulgaria, and I like to tease her and be like, oh, the Russian alphabet. No, I think what it is Slavic people like to argue with each other about who it was that invented the Slavic characters. Yeah, like that language, I don't know, maybe it's cool, but man, so many extra letters. It's like, why would you need all those extra letters? Doesn't, well, I guess for extra vowels or something, I don't know. I really don't know anything about languages, even English, so that's definitely not my strong suit. Oh wait, I do have one of those 110 pieces. Let's see if it's the one that he needs. No. Fuck, it's one he already has. Piece of shit. Omni OG. Omni OG. Why is this at 90? I don't have any other hundreds? Oh well. Yeah, here I was planning on doing the Abyss today, and fuck man, I wasted it. God. Gotta try to be positive, but I keep screwing so much shit up. Oh yeah, did you guys want to read some of the hate mail that I got recently on YouTube? It was actually pretty good. I should read this one. Alright, I'm back. No, the main reason I like my hate mail so much is I'm my own biggest critic. So, when someone tries to like fucking ream me out and be like, oh, you're an idiot, you did all this wrong, you did that wrong, and I'm like, yeah, give him hell. And what was he criticizing me about? I should go check. Where is it? Oh yeah, it was about my Einstein video. This is the one that got me kicked off Disclosed TV. Or kicked off / told off and then just left. Okay, come on, work. Alright, so I got a message from Dirk Kuntz. And don't like go onto his channel and freak and yell at him and stuff. I don't even, like, I tried to look up his channel and I found one that had the same name, or two, but I don't think either of them were him. I was just going to ask him, it's like, what was the rest of your message? I'm dying to read it. It's like when he put it, he wrote it like must have been in a fit of anger. And then after he realized, he's like, holy shit, this guy's like fucking 6'2" and a fucking 150 pounds of solid muscle. It's like, maybe I shouldn't be fucking yelling at him and calling him an idiot. But anyways, let's get on what he says. Bro, you are the definition of a moron. And it's like, yeah, I make a lot of dumb mistakes. You should be embarrassed about yourself. I know. It's like, I probably should. Your IQ is so low, you can't even articulate yourself in an entertaining and lucid manner. I was thinking, man, he's right on the money there. It's like, I don't know about the IQ thing because I've never actually had it tested. And if I had to guess, I'm probably average IQ, but no, the whole part about you're so slow, you can't even articulate yourself. I was like, yeah, man, that's totally accurate. It's like, how did he know so soon? All he had to do is watch a 10-minute video and he figured it out. He's right on the money. Okay, so you can't even articulate yourself. Okay, I already read that. You're a joke. Don't even. I was thinking, what was the rest? Don't even try to post another video here. Maybe that's what he was going to say. Now, the only reason I could think of that maybe why he got so pissed off is because I did kind of make fun of Einstein a little bit. And some people like love Einstein like a fucking hero, so that probably pissed him off a little. And to be fair, it's like a lot of the stuff he was saying about me is true. But I'm sure he was hoping that I'd get very upset. It's like, actually, I was a little pissed off when I wrote the comment first thing in the morning. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like, wait a minute, he's right. Well, maybe except for the IQ thing. One of these days, I probably will take the IQ test just for shits and giggles to see what it is, but who knows? I know, like, a lot of people in my family have super high IQs, but I figure I fucked mine over from not sleeping and doing too many drugs and skipping school all the time, so I probably damaged it a little. It's like I fucking wasted genius. No, I'm just kidding. No, my one cousin, he's like super smart to the point where like he was going to schools for geniuses. It's like, I forget, he was like reading the newspaper before he was even in kindergarten. I was like, holy fuck, man, I didn't even read till like grade 1 or 2. So he was already able to read before going into kindergarten. It's like, can you imagine how much advanced you'd be compared to your classmates? It's like your classmates don't even know the alphabet and you're able to read. Oh shit. No, it's kind of funny. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's it for today's episode. We're already over the timeline. What else was I going to do for tomorrow's episode? Oh yeah, I was going to boot up Hanzo into gold. So while you guys are gone, I'll try to do that. I won't do the transformation, I'll just get the extra heroes I need. Otherwise I'll have to go to the store and buy a bunch. Clone up some fire heroes. Excuse me. Alright, so let's see. What was I going to next? Oh yeah, the affiliates. Alright, so guys, if you want to help with the show, a big thank you to the patrons who've already been helping. You guys are the best. Society 6, Swagbucks, GameKit, Hideout, and Bitcoin. Yeah, you guys are still cool too. The Hideout TV, I've been having some issues with it lately. I can't even get it to work on my computer. Is anyone else still able to get it to work? I was wondering if it's like a wide scale issue or it's just not working on mine. It said something about my IP wasn't a good match anymore. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? So I'll have to try to find that. And then, yeah, Hideout, Bitcoin. Yeah, the Bitcoin, I reached to the 30,000 Satoshi goal. So everyone who's been helping me out with that, big thanks to you guys too. The Virtual Mate sex machine is for adults and men only. But if women need a sex machine, they know who they can call. Someone else. I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, unless you're near Toronto. But let's see. Let's get back to it. What was there? Let's see. If you happen to get Omni OG fragments into your vaporizer and they taste like shit, then give the show a dislike. God, I'm dying to use the vaporizer. Hopefully tomorrow the addiction will be gone completely. Hoping. But anyways, yeah, so that was the vaporizer. Oh yeah, if you could help out the show with a like, really appreciate it. And make sure you never purchase the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now, everyone. Listen to the authorities, even if you don't like the lockdown. We gotta vote leaders in, they'll get rid of the lockdown, so we can still follow the rules and get rid of that shit. See you, everyone. And if anyone loves the lockdown, sorry, I'm sure it must be helping someone. Here's 3 videos. Actually 2 videos and 1 subscribe. See you later.